Hello and welcome to the Asshole Book Club. Good morning as well. It's like 8 a.m. for me. I'm trying to get these knocked out pretty quickly because I've got some dishes to do and whatnot. Alright. Let's see what we have here. Am I the asshole for telling my friend physical attraction is important? Automatically, I don't think so. If you're not attracted to a person, how are you gonna gate them? How are you gonna date them? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Come on. Okay, Shruti, Josh, and I are all in the same friend group. We're all 16 or 17. Shruti has a crush on Josh since middle school. I hope you aren't using these people's real names. That would be a little bit rude. Especially if this isn't a throwaway account. She's confided in me and asked for advice a lot in order to get a male perspective. Until recently, she wasn't. Okay, well, automatically you're kind of an asshole, just based on your description of your friend. Until recently, she wasn't the best looking. She was overweight, had bad acne, didn't know how to dress, etc. Who the fuck are you, dude? You're kind of a douchebag. This last year, she's been working on herself a lot, and as a result, lost 70 pounds and looks more conventionally attractive. First of all, I'm going to say that you shouldn't date within your friend group. That just brings out awkwardness and usually doesn't end well. Second of all, I don't think Shruti is really your friend just based on how you choose to describe her. But we'll move on. In her words, Josh was always kind and a good friend to her, and that's part of why she initially started liking him. But he never said anything flirtatious or expressed interest in her face or body until after she lost a lot of weight. Now that she has, she mentioned it to me that he has been flirtatious in a way he never was before, and that bothers her. You are all 16 and 17, so I can't really expect any kind of maturity from this group. I asked why, and she said it feels like he is only attracted to her physically and not personality-wise. I said that physical attraction is important, and asked if she would have a crush on him if he was 70 pounds heavier, had bad acne, etc. Jesus Christ. You just sound like a fucking douche, bro. She admitted no. While she would care about him as a friend, there wouldn't be romantic feelings. I pointed out that it's the same thing in this scenario. She got upset at me and said I wasn't listening to her or understanding her. Am I the asshole? She asked you a question and you gave her an answer. I think you're overall an asshole, but in this specific situation, no? Let's see. The top comment says, not the asshole. You pointed out something that showed she was a hypocrite, and she did not appreciate being called out for it. Yeah, but I don't know if I trust your version of the story at all, is my thing. You basically called your friend an ugly cow on the internet, so I can't really trust you to lay it all out there in a truthful manner. There's also the fact that she was just looking to vent and not really looking for an answer, but regardless, you cannot read her mind. So giving her the answer was the right thing here. Let's see what the next comment is. I don't like reading whole threads of comments because I feel like the further down you go, the less people have to say. Not the asshole, she's only mad because you're right. That said, you can also point out that self-confidence is an element. Confidence is sexy, and people who feel good about themselves basically project an aura of likability that people who are self-conscious or lack self-esteem just don't. Okay. This comment says, "You are correct, of course, but all of you are still kids and finding your ways in life. Honestly, I think it's alright to not be able to explain the details of one's feelings." I think I get her. Even if she's probably proud of what she's been able to do, she wishes he'd have acted the way before. They are probably not right for one another because bodies change over time, and in a healthy relationship, appearance isn't that important. Hopefully you can all stay friends instead. Romance only complicates things anyhow. I highly doubt you'll all stay friends, but what do I know? Alright, next post. So the consensus of the comments is that you're not the asshole, but I agree in that situation, but overall I believe that you're an asshole and should probably do a little self-reflection. Just by how you talk about your friends, really. Got a lot of, what? Okay, why do we have another Taylor Swift story? What is it with that chick that just drives people insane? Like, get a personality outside of liking Taylor Swift. I'm not even gonna read the post. What the hell? I swear I just saw that one up here. Am I the asshole for moving to Canada to be with my partner 5 hours ago? Same person, 5. Why did you post it twice? Hold on, how many upvotes does each one have? 104. And 94. You're just doing this for Reddit karma. I'm not reading your post. I was gonna, but now I'm not. That's what you get for double posting. I hope you lose Reddit karma for that. I don't even know what Reddit karma is. Oh, this sounds like someone who's the asshole. Will I be the asshole if I told our dog sitter that losing someone is an excuse to not take care of our dog? Yes, it's a dog. Like, if my mom died yesterday and I was your dog sitter and you told me that, my mom dying is not an excuse to watch your fucking Shih Tzu or something, I would kick the thing across the room. Sorry. But let's find out the context of the situation before I go kicking anyone's dog. I'm not going to do that. So my husband and... Oh my god, Reddit. I'm not downloading your app. I'm not doing it. I will never, ever download your stupid app. The more you ask me, the less I even consider downloading your stupid fucking thing. Anyway. So my husband and I left one of his friends to stay and take care of our dog while we went on vacation for a couple of weeks. The guy tells us we don't have to pay him and that he'll also be able to pick us up from the airport when we get back. We finally fly back with my husband's sister as she was wanting to stay with us for a while. We all get our baggage and my husband cannot get a hold of his friend. We figure that the guy must be on his way, so we sit down and wait while my husband is calling his other friends to see if they can get a hold of him. Nothing. We wait for more than an hour. Mind you, we are all sick. How'd you get sick? And my husband decides we'll find our own way home after paying $400 for a taxi ride home. Jesus Christ. We get there only to find our house is a mess. A mess? A mess. I'm talking flour all over the counter, our pot with moldy food on the stove. Jesus Christ, okay. I might start to be on your side here. Dirty clothes in the bathrooms with food wrappers, and worst of all, our dog hasn't been let out for more than 8 hours, considering the puddle of pee she let out immediately after letting her out of her kennel. That sounds like animal abuse. I know I was joking about kicking a dog, but that's not cool. That's literal animal abuse. I was beyond pissed. My husband couldn't get a hold of him for several days. They work together, so my husband decides to confront him, only for him to find out that the guy had lost someone and was really going through it. That's a tough situation, because losing someone is really hard, but you can't just trash a person's place and lock their dog up. I don't know. My husband feels that the guy is justified somehow, while I believe that he could at the very least have sent a text explaining what was going on. Yeah, or got someone else to, help him watch the place. I don't know, it's just... It sounds like he made a commitment that he couldn't follow through on, and then he just made up a lie. I know that's a cruel thing to say, especially if the person did lose a family member, but people have lied about losing family members before to get out of shit. Who knows? I understand that everyone goes through grief differently, but I don't think that's an excuse to disrespect us the way he did. True. Excuse me. I wanted to see what opinions you guys have here before I took it into my own hands. What does that mean? Like, what are you gonna do? That sounds sinister. I also get very defensive when it comes to anyone mistreating my dog, so I just wanted an outside opinion. I also didn't write this with the full extent of the story, but if anyone needs more details, let me know. Oh no, why is my thing frozen? Come on. Okay. Your title needs to... This is the top comment. Your title needs to be changed as it isn't what happened. Yeah. Not the asshole. Not even the mess is acceptable. Yeah, how... If the dog's in a kennel, right? Why is the place so messy? Why is there flour on the counter? Why are there dirty clothes in the thing? Why are there food wrappers everywhere? You just don't do that when you're at another person's house. If you are no longer fit for responsibility, you relinquish the responsibility. You don't trash someone's house and neglect their dog. I would hope that had they been watching a small child, they would have called. Better title, will I be the asshole for being mad about my dog sitter neglecting my dog rather than telling me they had lost someone suddenly while I was away? Yeah, I mean... This is why you don't trust things to basically strangers, even if he's your husband's friend, you know. You just can't trust people. Our pot with moldy food on the stove. Our dog hadn't been left out for more than 8 hours. And the comment says, does food go moldy in 8 hours where you live? Because it sounds like this guy was a slob. And he thought he could clean up before you got home. That's my generous thought. My suspicious mind says he's been neglecting your dog for a while. Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think food molds in 8 hours. It had to have been left on there for a couple days. You really need to vet people before, A, letting them stay inside your home for 2 weeks. Like, the man could have robbed you. And B, letting someone watch your animal for 2 weeks. Like, damn. Not the asshole. Under no circumstance is it acceptable to trash your friend's house and neglect their dog. The fact that there was zero communication is also a massive red flag. Frankly, he's lying. I agree. I don't think he had a loss in the family. But I am an asshole, so I am more inclined to believe that people are liars. Sounds like he had a drug/booze bender and is making excuses. He could be an addict. If that's the case, I would check your valuables. Addicts do steal things. My grandmother, right before she died, she had a visit from one of her, like, addict relatives, and then suddenly a bunch of her golden rings go missing. And they blamed us for it. Like, maybe check the person who has a history of stealing things. The man's wife literally went up to my great aunt's corpse and took a watch off of her wrist. Who does that? Anyway, you're not the asshole. This person abused your dog and trashed your house. Leave a comment down below what you thought of these two stories. If you have a story of your own, I'd love to hear it. And have a good day. Hey da.